A love story written by the stars. Sometimes, love feels like destiny, like two people were always meant to meet, and everything that happened before was just preparing them for the moment their paths would cross. It feels like the universe had a hand in it, guiding them toward each other, even when they didn't know it. That's what it felt like when I met her, like it was written in the stars, and I was simply following a path that had already been set for me. It wasn't love at first sight, not in the way you see in movies. It wasn't a moment where everything stood still and the world stopped turning, but there was something undeniable about her. Something that made me feel like I had known her forever, even though we had just met. It was in the way she smiled, the way her eyes lit up when she talked about the things she loved. It was the way her presence felt like home, like I had been searching for her without even realizing it. We met at a friend's party, and it was one of those moments that felt so ordinary, so simple, that I almost missed it. She was just standing there, talking with a group of people, laughing about something that I didn't quite catch. And I remember thinking, who is she? There was something magnetic about her, something that made me want to know her story, to understand who she was and how she saw the world. I didn't think much about it at first. I didn't approach her right away, didn't try to impress her with clever conversation, or try to win her over with grand gestures. I just watched her from across the room, and something inside me told me that this wasn't just a passing encounter. This was something bigger. It wasn't until the end of the night that we finally spoke. It was casual, just a few words exchanged. Nothing significant, but it felt like a beginning. It was like the universe had been waiting for us to cross paths, and now that we had, everything was falling into place. Over the next few weeks, we started talking more, and as our conversations deepened, so did my feelings for her. It wasn't anything dramatic, nothing that felt like an instant spark of passion. It was more like a slow burn, a quiet growing connection that made me feel like I was meant to be here, meant to be with her, meant to share this moment in time. There were moments when I felt like we were in sync with each other, moments when everything just made sense. We didn't have to try, didn't have to force anything. We just existed together in this space where it felt like we were part of the same story, written in the stars. And I couldn't help but believe that this was fate, that somehow everything had led us here. Looking back, I realize now that love doesn't always have to be a grand gesture or a dramatic declaration. Sometimes it's the quiet moments, the small gestures that mean the most to you. It's the way someone makes you feel without saying a word. The way their presence fills a space in your life that you didn't even know was empty. It's the feeling that everything you've ever experienced has been leading you to this one moment, to this one person. I believe that our love story was written by the stars, in the sense that everything that came before us was leading us to each other. Our paths were meant to cross, and when they did, something beautiful happened. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't without its challenges, but it was real, and sometimes that's all that matters. The stars don't promise us perfection. They don't promise us easy paths or smooth roads, but they do promise us that if we trust in the journey, if we trust in the timing of our lives, we'll find the love we're meant to have. And for me, that love was her. The love that felt like it was written in the stars, waiting for the right time to unfold. I am Lucy, and this is Unsaid Love.